Hey everybody, back with another recent Vinyl Finds. This is all from today. I've been record shopping since about like 10 a.m. and I just got home. It's about 3. So, just got some amazing stuff. Working on the Folk Legacy project. Had a very good day. I have a feeling this is probably going to be the last of kind of the big scores for the Folk Legacy label. I didn't forget about kind of the psychedelic stuff, so I got a ton of good stuff today. My hands are just so dry. They were so filthy. I'm seriously going through records. I don't know how many records I looked at today, but it's kind of at the point, like, looking at so many crap records today that my eyes hurt. But anyhow, so shall we? We'll get into it. First one I wanted to say, and just, the awesome member in the vinyl community. He's a new guy, but, just started in January. But, man, he is influencing a lot of people. I went out and picked this up. Elvis. There's one other Elvis record that I'm looking for, but this is from the 68 Comeback Special. This is still in the shrink wrap. And it was only $3, but just a beautiful copy of this. Again, I had about 30 different ones to choose from, and I, picked the litter right there. But Memphis Vinyl Jim, I'm thinking about you when I'm record shopping. So I picked up a lot of stuff for people in the vinyl community. I had a huge day. I seriously had a huge day record shopping. So as I always do, take this positive energy and go out there and find some good records. Here's one. This is from 1972, I believe. It came out on Decca. I believe the guy's name is Craig Caffey. This one was $4. It's hard to kind of describe this. It's kind of, I read online, somebody said it was like Wild Man Blues is like a good way to describe it, which I think is right. It's just really just kind of strange music. It has, the blues tinge with a little bit of folk. I did look through every single folk record that was in the record store today, so I probably looked through about 6,000 folk records, and I just had a really weird moment of deja vu. But I pulled out just so much good stuff. So it's, as I always tell everybody, if you're going to go record shopping, you need to look at every single record that you're going through, because you'll find gems like this just kind of hidden amongst the stuff. So really cool stuff. Kind of little bit on the psychedelic side. Pretty cool. I think it's something great. This guy was actually at a bit part in the and this is another thing, I'm thinking about this movie now, Two-Lane Blacktop, which was the movie that James Taylor and Dennis Wilson were in, about kind of driving around in a hot rod, so I'm going to watch that movie now, but he had sort of a kind of a small role in the movie, so there you go. This one you probably will know the name. I'm not really too familiar with maybe the record, but John D. Loudermilk, a.k.a. JD Loudermilk. He's kind of more so not as a musician, but as he wrote a lot of songs. I'm trying to think of some of the ones off the top of my head. Probably the one that everybody knows is going to be Indian Reservation by Paul Revere and the Raiders. Probably, I would say, maybe one of his most popular. But he did stuff with the Everly Brothers. Johnny Cash did a ton of his songs. They're eluding me right now. I'm trying to think of other songs that he's done. Sorry, this is terrible. It's hard to explain how awesome somebody is, and then you only cite one thing that they've ever done. But, look him up. He's on Wikipedia. But this is sort of, kind of a country rock sort of album. Definitely kind of weird. 1969 on this one. One standout track on here is Going to Hell on a Sled, which I thought was... it was definitely pretty awesome when I was listening to that one in the store. This one I've never seen, but this is actually the third album by Sweetwater. They had done, I think, one album. I think this is 71. They did one in 70 and then 68. Kind of a psychedelic San Francisco band. I've never seen this album before, so I was very excited to find that. Sort of the last one that I needed by them. So just really, really nice copy of it. This one is David Lannon. I don't know how to pronounce Lannon. I don't know. Street singer. This was, of course, buried in with the folk stuff. What jumped out at me right away is this is on the San Francisco label, which had Cold Blood, among others. Bands from San Francisco, basically. And it's recorded live at the FBI Stock Exchange, City Hall. It's basically this guy, and he's just in the street, and he's playing kind of just weird music. I mean, what really kind of sold me on the record was there's a cover of "You Ain't Going Nowhere." It's the Bob Dylan song, and it's just, there's horns honking in the background. It's kind of, he's in the street playing these songs. It's but just totally, just something that just kind of blows you away. San Francisco Records label. They have some really, really cool stuff. I have a pretty nice compilation, which I think has a song from this, now that I'm thinking about it now. But again, it's something very cool. The prices on these records today too, were, that they've sat in the section there for a while. Kind of the big score of today, which I've been looking for this for such a long time, and I've never really found a really good copy of it. And that would be Blue Cheer. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Was it Vince Bus Eruptium? Is that what it is? I always forget what it is. Vince Bus Eruptum. Yeah, Vince Bus Eruptum. Which, of course, has Summertime Blues, which, man, oh man, I've seen this so many times, and it's just finally good to come home with a really nice copy of that. So that's sort of the folkish psychedelic stuff that I got. Now, as you know, as of yesterday, I only had 4 albums from the Folk Legacy label, so basically cleaned them out, and I was talking to the owner, and he said he could probably hook me up with about maybe 15 or 20 more, so just fantastic, and I think I'll probably start working on getting some of the things entered in on the blog. It's kind of brought to my attention maybe to do like one track from the album. Don't make it so that you can download it. I want to kind of keep it as legit as possible, but at the same time, I guess, kind of promote the album and the label in general. This is something for Sam, and this is Ella Jenkins. Ella Jenkins, as you know, Sam is a huge fan of Devendra Banhart, so this is sort of one of Devendra Banhart's. This is on the Folkways label. But Devendra Banhart is a big fan of Ella Jenkins. This one is You'll Sing a Song, and I'll Sing a Song, and we'll all sing a song together. So it's kind of sort of kids' music, but it's just great stuff. Again, on Folkways, has the book and everything. Alrighty, so Folk Legacy label. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm officially up to 11. So I have 104 to go. So what I got was this one is Working on Wings to Fly. Cindy, I don't know how to pronounce it, so we'll just say it's going to be Khaled, I guess. This one came out in 1981, so kind of one of the later ones. And one thing, to keep in mind, and again, I'm going to go into these in a little bit more detail after I listen to them and kind of do, a review on each album. But even though that these were released, say for instance in the 80s, you may 80s, for a folk record, these are very, 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 very traditional folk. They're very authentic, I guess is a really good word to say. It's not something where I think one big problem in music is, and even think about it always seems like with folk music, contemporary folk music, like modern folk music, it's always like, let's have the mandolin player, he's going to do a 2-minute solo on the mandolin, then he's going to sit out, and then the other guy's going to go in, and everybody's trying to top each other and all that, and this music is not, this label, and that's what kind of made me so enthusiastic about it, is it's not that way. It's very traditional. It's very, Derek had posted a video, about the Harry Smith Project. I talked about it yesterday, but it's authentic music. Like, it's real music. It's not, this is not somebody trying to write contemporary songs, basically, or if they're writing contemporary songs, they're not, they're not trying to prove something, I guess. Here's Howard Burson, Cider in the Kitchen. That focus there for a sec. This one came out in 1980, and it's mostly banjo. Actually, it's all banjo, I believe. And this one just had a huge booklet with it. And that's one thing I'm really excited about, because it's almost like, there's not really too much on the internet about this label at all, or these artists. So it's really cool to, to kind of, here's the lyrics, here's everything. So just really, really great stuff. And I'm really, really satisfied with, like I said, the type of music that's on there. This is so great, too. I found a couple of these. And it's like a postcard, hey, I'm interested in getting the complete catalog of the Folk Legacy records, so maybe I should just send this off and see what happens. Alright, this is Norman Kennedy of Aberdeen, Scotland, Ballads and Songs of Scotland. So this is probably going to be a pretty interesting listen. This came out in 1968. This is basically the 34th release that they had done. I saw this one going on the internet for quite a bit of scratch. So again, another $3 record that I got. This is one of the very, very early ones. I believe that it's all. I want to say that it's basically just spoken word. I think it's Richard Chase. Tells 3 jack tales from southern Appalachians. So, basically folk at its finest, I guess. This is actually the 6th album that came out, so. Alright, 3 more. Ed Trickett, and this is Telling, the Telling Takes Me Home. And I've read some very, very interesting stuff. I didn't realize how beat up that was. But, this one came out in 1972, and what is very interesting, and I was reading up about this guy, and he is a psychology professor somewhere in Chicago. So these people are, very much still alive, and it's just, I don't know, it's just something I'm really excited to, jump in about. And here's another one. This is a later one, Ed Trickett, People Like You, and this is from 1982. So, it just looks like it's just going to be some really cool stuff. But there's the back for you. And the last one, this is one of the very last releases on vinyl. They actually, I was reading the other day, and even though there's 115 in the series, number 114 did not come out on vinyl, so it was a CD only. Because it came out in '89, so sort of the transition one. But this is one of the very last ones. It's called the Minneapolis Concert. Gordon Bach and Ann Mayo Muir and Ed Trickett. And I had showed yesterday. Basically, this is their. They had done this album together. Same 3 people. This is. Number 110. So I'll go into these a little bit more in detail as time allows. I just wanted to kind of show everybody what I got today. Other vinyl finds in the book. So I hope everybody's having a great day, and hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you all down the road. So take care, everybody.